sign your name, grab the mic, step into the light. No script tonight, just whatever you got inside. Crowd lean in, stage hum low, truth hit different at a live show. Hey, say what you wanna say, Tuesday Night Law. Step to the mic, let the room stand in awe. Laugh if it burns, cheer if it lands. Truth don't whisper when it's held in your hands. Say what you wanna say, roll that sound. Crowns turn plastic when they spin around. All out, welcome in the neon play, till the tyrant clears his throat like, alright, that's the end of day. One mic, one room, one shot to speak. Some come loud, some barely squeak, but the doors stay open, the lights stay warm. Every Tuesday night's a true storm. Say what you wanna say, Tuesday Night Law. Step to the mic, let the room stand in awe. Laugh if it burns, cheer if it lands. Truth don't whisper when it's held in your hand. Say, wanna say, roll that sound. Crowns turn plastic when they spin around. All out, welcome in the neon play, till the tyrant clears his throat like, alright, that's the end of day.
What makes you think I didn't realize my audio wasn't on? I don't know what the deal is. It's supposed to unmute automatically when the song ends. Anyway, as I was saying, hello Jerry, hello Cart, hello anybody else that might be listening. Hope you're having a good day. It's too damn hot here, but what are you gonna do? I have a world premiere video I'm going to show around quarter after. I have another short little video somebody sent me that I found interesting. Hey, Phil. I'll show that in a couple of minutes. Wait and see if any more people wander in. Phil put up a couple of videos lately that were pretty good. I really like the detective agency one. I forget what it's called. I know it was a take on Starsky and Hutch. I forget exactly how it was. Yeah, the Everclean one was good too. So here, while we're, I don't know if anybody saw this, any Toddly watchers, but somebody sent me this little clip. It kind of proves that I'm completely beneath Todd's notice. He gives me no thought whatsoever.
World full of fucking mucksters running shit. Do you know how insufferable that would be? Can you imagine like if muckster types were all in charge of our country? It's getting close. They seem to almost have won, by taking over so much of this stuff. But can you imagine like just nonstop mucksters just telling you what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, how you're supposed to do it?
That is a very...
Personally, yes, I can imagine a world run by Muckster. Sub Spider and hello Teresa. Yeah, I don't know what came before that or anything, because
I don't know either. It's just like I don't understand why he just lashed out at you. He was drinking, so I mean, Who
Oh
knows?
my God. I know watching him last night on Boots channel.
Mm.
It, it was one of those guys sitting in the bar talking, hey buddy, you know, yeah, Cart, what are you, you're not a mod, Cart, what, oh my God.
Yeah, he was. I guess he downed the first four fingers pretty quick, and then poured some more. AG said, Angel Gamer said, and then yeah, I think he kept on going. So
He doesn't have a problem though, you know?
no, no, there's no problems. No problems.
I don't know if you heard, but around, I figure around quarter after, I'm going to show a world premiere video.
Yeah, no, I did hear you say that. Cool.
Very
Uh,
exciting. Mm.
yeah. Dr. Phil, as you were mentioning that one, that one's pretty good. Is the one he just put out the potatoes?
Who cares about Muckster? Dr. Phil put up.
Well, I haven't seen yours yet. I'll rate it once I see it. People rolling in. Hey, everybody.
PayPal, PayPal, PayPal.
Spent the day gardening a little bit. Bought a bunch of stuff on the weekend. I was putting it in. We got this whole little section. We had a fence redone. Our neighbors had their fence redone, and we paid for the half that's sort of like adjacent to our yard.
Yeah.
Uh, um, so we just like had a bunch of stuff got teared up and whatnot. But yeah, we're just fixing it up and putting in some new plants. And pretty fun, pretty nice. A nice day out.
Too damn hot and muggy here.
Yeah. We don't get muggy too often here. The odd time the humidity will be like decent. I love it. Like when it does get a little bit, just because it's so dry here. But I miss being out east.
I need to get somebody to come and put my air conditioner back in the window.
Mm.
Last time I dealt with it, it was almost a disaster of me dropping it out over the porch roof. And
Yet.
it's sad because the one that I used to have up to like 2 years ago was this great big thing that I bought and carried home and put in myself and all that. I replaced it with a smaller one. And it's like, oh, well, I'll be able to handle this. Nah, think again, you old fart.
It's heavier than the other one was.
No, it's just
Just
that
awkward.
gravity has gone
Oh,
up in the last 10 or 20 years.
I see.
I blame the Australians. They're down there at the bottom of the world,
Right.
just sucking.
Damn Australians.
I think I did a video on that way back in my early days, actually.
They got more toilets now, and the toilets go the other direction. It creates a
Yeah,
vortex down there, and it pulls all the everything down. Thanks, Cart. Thanks, Dr. Phil, too. Do my link in there. Teresa, we finally got rain today. That's good. If you needed it.
we were supposed to get rain. We never did. That's why it's so humid.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've heard that about you, Cart.
It's tough soldiers.
It's from going out and hunting those kangaroos and carrying them back over the shoulder.
I always
Toughens them up.
picture Cart as like she's a rugby player or something like that. Those Australians love their
Yeah.
rugby.
No, I think I picture her as somebody that if you looked at her, you wouldn't realize how tough she was.
Let's see.
Like, well, because part of the image is I know she was a dancer.
Oh, really? I did not know
Yeah.
that.
So
Ah,
dancers don't tend to look like rugby players.
no, they have like dainty feet and stuff. What kind of dancer, Kurt? All kinds.
That I don't know if she. Not sure if she did ballet or.
She's lean and mean.
Yep. See, that's the way I picture her.
Well, now I know. I didn't know about the dancing thing, so I just had that like typical, not typical,
She's
that
a
Australian like rough
yeah,
woman in my mind.
she's a she's a lean, mean cattle farming machine.
Crocodile farming, Muckster. Crockies. I love Australians. They're cousins.
Yeah.
I'd like to go one day. It's on the other side of the planet, though. It's expensive.
Why they weren't shipping their criminals to Canada? It seems like it's a shorter trip.
Yeah, right. I think there was more resources here. They didn't. They wanted. I think they
They
sent.
did. Yeah.
I think they sent their share though as well. Like people are
I
like, "You want to work? Get on that boat and go." Like,
I know there was a colony in America early on,
mhm.
but I think they, well, I guess it's probably the same thing with Canada. It's kind of too easy
Probably.
to walk away,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know. That
Yeah.
was the problem they had with the indentured servants. You know, they could just go for a walk and not come back. It wasn't like when they said, "Hey, if we get those people from Africa, they kind of stand out."
Mm. Yeah, and then the land is kind of a little more hospitable than Australia is. You can just wander off, disappear, and never be seen again back then easily. Dr. Phil did ballet and gymnastics as a kid.
Yeah,
That's cool. Yeah, for sure. I mean, they say, ballet for balance and all that stuff, for sure.
yeah. Yeah. Boop, 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 boop.
So it's been quiet. Finkel's on vacay, doing his thing, putting up nature videos and stuff. Good for him. Todd's drinking and doesn't know what to do with himself. It's cool that Boot got his channel back. That's a cool thing. I'm not sure I've ever heard of somebody actually getting their channel back after it's been taken down. I'm probably wrong about that, obviously, but I can't really think of it. Like
It's
hearing
weird. He
about
got
that.
he got the channel, but like none of his old videos or anything.
Yeah, it's like a reset kind of thing. You get the channel name, whatever, but all the videos are gone and your subs. So you gotta redo your subs. But he's moving up pretty quick.
Yeah, I hadn't. I watched him on the whatever you call it, the Sky Tram or whatever, just a little bit ago. I know some people were talking earlier about seeing Finkel all out of breath and stuff, and I said, "Yep,
Mhm.
have another cigarette, Finkel. That's good for your heart."
Yeah, it'd be nice. I don't know if it's gonna happen now. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the YouTube rules are. How they figure that out. Proof of life video in 15 minutes. Okay.
Well, this one I made last night after a conversation that we were having yesterday in here. I think it's just about 3 or 4 minutes long. I forget. But here goes.
Bo knows baseball. Bo knows hockey. Bo knows the Olympics.
Sumo at 6.02 meters in the final. Up and over, a new personal best. He's cleared it. What a jump. Yes, a new championship record. And they're off. Sumo with a blistering start. Hurdle 2, flawless technique. He's pulling away. What a finish. A new world record. Unbelievable.
Bo knows racing. Bo should have known better.
Whoa! Oh yeah!
Bo knows what he likes.
Dr. Pepper Zero. All of the flavor, but none of the calories of regular Dr. Pepper. Buy some today.
So that's it.
Did that sumo guy die or something? Did he would actually retire? Is it a real person?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Would I make up something like that?
I don't know. The horse got
Oh,
me.
we were just making fun of Jerry last night about sumo and
Yeah, I see. Yeah,
started talking about sumo wrestlers doing other stuff, and I just kind of went with it then.
Yeah, the
Now
horse is where got me.
By the way, hi Billy. I'm not sure if I missed anybody else coming in. some people might remember it's a takeoff. There used to be, oh God, how long ago was he now? Maybe he was in the 80s, 90s. Bo Jackson.
Yeah, totally. I
And he,
remember that.
he played baseball and football, so they had I don't know who it was for, but there was commercials. I think it might have been like Nike, and it was like that. Bo knows tennis. Bo knows.
Yeah, he knows all the things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was it was either like very like 89 or early 90s or late 80s. I can't remember exactly when that.
Yeah. Are we talking about your videos, Phil? I'll definitely show them.
Bo knows it was 1989. Yeah, I figured it was
Yeah.
like right around there. Between 89 and 90.
I did put another little one up. I think you saw it. I thought you commented on it. The
Oh yeah.
game show.
Yeah, that was a good one. I like that. It cracked me up. Yeah, I did see that cart. He left right after too.
What's that?
Your president, he went to the basketball game last
Oh.
night and they just booed him hard, like the whole place. It wasn't just a couple boos, it was like the whole place.
I wonder if he thought that he was still liked in New York.
Yeah, yeah, totally. I wonder.
Because he's been booed in other places. You wouldn't think he'd want to do that, but of course, he lives. Hey, Brandon, he lives in that little fantasy world anyhow. He thinks everybody loves him.
Yep.
Let's see.
Weight loss from the back.
Wait a second here. What did I do?
Oh.
Started getting an echo. Okay. I'm up there, right? Yep. Let's try this again.
Evaculine, eat what you want, drop what you hate. No more gym, no more pain, just one suppository and watch it drain. From the front you feast with glee, ooh, from the back you set it free. Evaculine, get lean from the rear. Tired of diets that make you miserable and exercise that makes you want to die? What if you could eat whatever you want and still lose weight while doing absolutely nothing? Introducing Evaculine, the revolutionary rectal suppository that lets you eat like a champion and lose like a machine. What? One suppository a day, no exercise, no calorie counting, no self-control. The active ingredients are absorbed rectally and force your metabolism into overdrive while flushing excess calories out the back door, literally. Evacuate! Evacuate! Eat what you want, drop what you hate. No more gym, no more pain, just one suppository and watch it drain. From the front you feast with glee, woo! From the back you set it free. Evaculine, get lean from the rear. Real users are seeing massive results, but some also report interesting side effects. Side effects may include irritability, irritable bowel syndrome, sudden racism, anti-Semitism, and an uncontrollable urge to argue about things you barely understand. If you experience any of these, stop use immediately and consult your doctor or a therapist. Don't spend another day hating your body, just hate everybody else instead. Take control from the bottom up with Evaculine. Because sometimes the fastest way to lose weight is to let it all go. Evaculine, get your ass in shape without ever moving it.
That's pretty good.
Evaculine, Evaculine, eat what you want, drop what you hate.
Something must have distracted me when I watched that earlier because I totally missed the line about sudden racism.
Yeah, it's pretty good. There was one thing about it that was super unrealistic, and that was Todd's hair. But I'll let it go.
This, thought I had something else. Oh, okay, I see it. Never mind. I'll just sit here and talk to myself. Before I find the other Phil one, this is the thing that I put up earlier. It's also on the Ultimate FF channel, but yeah, I was sitting here flipping around the channels and I came across a game show and I clipped a little bit of it. Saw something surprising on it.
This is the internationally famous actor, producer, and business executive, Douglas Fairbanks.
Hello, this is my partner, Monica Finkel from Flushing, New York, and we're all here to play Password.
Yes, it's Password.
Monica Finkel is your first partner from Flushing, New York. Are you married, Monica?
Well, I should explain. Finkel is actually my boyfriend's name. My husband is a potato.
I clicked on Password on YouTube and I heard her name, Monica Finkel, and I thought, there's definitely gotta be something I can do with that.
I just like the way you ended it right there. Like, I need a potato. It's just stupid.
Yeah, I like the look on Fairbanks and Ludden.
It's just like
it's like they just are. Oh, ha ha ha.
Yeah. It's just good that there was no more. Just like, he's a potato. It ends. It's perfect.
Let's see. Find the other.
I didn't bring any content. I haven't done anything.
You're useless.
I know.
Here's the other Dr. Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we investigate the greatest mystery in potato history, the passing of White Rose. Now I know what you're saying. The case has already been thoroughly reviewed. The professionals have spoken, the experts have spoken, but has Starchy spoken? No, and that's why we're here. I'm just asking questions.
I love the sleepy eyes.
I've reviewed every report. every single one says the same thing. There was no foul play, no mystery, no criminal conduct, nothing suspicious. I told Starchy this. Unfortunately, Starchy believes facts are merely suggestions, allegedly.
Time to post a new theory! Subscribers are climbing! Yes! Another theory, even better! We're going viral! Woo-hoo-hoo! 100K, unbelievable!
Many people have asked if I have evidence. The answer is yes. Possibly, potentially, conceptually, emotionally, spiritually, legally. No, but that doesn't mean I'm wrong. I'm just asking questions here. Apparently, the Russet has requested a court order. It says I must stop investigating him, or because I'm getting close, allegedly.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I am now conducting the investigation. I don't really know how YouTube works. Please remember to... Actually, I forgot what comes next. This is harder than it looks, allegedly. I got one too. Probably higher than our odds of solving the case. Innocent until and whatnot.
The investigation may be paused, temporarily, momentarily, legally, but mysteries never sleep.
This wasn't a mystery. That's exactly what a mystery wants you to think. Allegedly. Mysteries don't want things.
I'm just following the leads. Allegedly.
Agree to disagree. Allegedly.
Be continued. That's good, eh? Yeah.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, Dr. Phil. Good one. That's another thing
Yeah.
right there. The potatoes. Like, who knew that the potato thing was gonna be a thing? It's everywhere now.
Yeah, Phil, that doofus crest intro is good. I should go find that for people that might not watch Stone Vet.
I just gotta pause. I'll be right back.
For people who don't watch Stone Vet, or maybe haven't seen him in the last few days, this is the intro for Doofus Crest that Dick Bag did for him. He's been using it the last couple of days. Short and sweet. Just looking to see if there's anything I wanted to comment on in chat. Anyway, I don't have any other videos to share. I probably should start doing a few shorts during the week and save them for Tuesday nights. Now, like what I did with that Sumo one, is I actually put it up last night, but I scheduled it to, well, it might be up now. I scheduled it to come a little later and I saved it to show it here first. And that's like the one with the game show. I started it off on the Ultimate FF channel and didn't have it go onto my channel for like another 12 hours or whatever. You have to, when you get a chance, Laurel, you have to go and watch it to see the visuals. It was funny. I saw somebody in the chat like last week saying, we need a Hitman or Janitor song. And I was like, there's already one out there. Was what Dr. Phil the Potatoes was. Yeah. Starchy and Hutch or whatever. I like the complaint was filed by Russet. Oh, hash. Okay. Yeah. Whenever you can watch, go look it up on Phil's channel. You have to see what the characters look like. Hello, Sue. Oh, but don't you know that GS doesn't watch any other channels? Did you guys see either last night while it was happening on Boots or when Stone Vet showed it today, the whole thing with Boot going into GS's channel and realizing he was still a mod in there? And he's in there, he's typing. His name is Blue. And GS was saying, "Oh, I never made you a mod in here. No, you're not a mod here." It's like, but then again, GS was very drunk, which he would probably deny. Oh, did Secret show it too?
Hello, I apologize for that. I'm gonna have to dip out for a second. Just got some real life stuff popping up here, but nothing crazy. And if I can come back, I will.
I hate real life.
I know, god damn. So you all have fun. I'm gonna try and be back, but I'll see you.
Okay.
Later.
Hey, peace. It should, well, I forget what, one video is called now that I was gonna. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Because I don't. That's why, because it wasn't in the folder yet. I played this right at the beginning, so a lot of you probably didn't see it. It's just a little short clip somebody sent me that proves that Todd is not interested in people on any other channels, and I am totally beneath his notice. And that's the wrong one.
World full of fucking mucksters running shit. Do you know how insufferable that would be? Can you imagine like if Muckster types were all in charge of our country? It's getting close. They seem to almost have won, by taking over so much of this stuff. But can you imagine like just nonstop Mucksters just telling you what you're supposed to do, when you're supposed to do it, how you're supposed to do it?
That is a very
Jerry. You missed the Sumo videos, Jerry. Andy. So if you guys weren't here to see him played here, Dr. Phil put up a couple of new ones today. They are highly recommended. Ooh. So what are you all up to out there? Somebody talk to me. Yeah, I suppose I could do a 30-second or so video using that Todd thing as an intro and then showing a world run by Muckster. I saw part of one. I don't know how many he did. I saw him all sweaty on that sky tram. You know, I started reading Sniper saying it's like the intro to Twilight Zone, and chat skipped and it went down to like the next line, and for a second there it sounded like describing a Twilight Zone episode. Well, Jerry, if you had an idea for it, go and do it. Hey, Wyatt. Yeah, always with the excuses. Oh, I have a life. Yeah. So how do you guys think Todd's going to do with his extension of a month? Well, I'll tell you one thing about World Run by Muckster. You know, I used to always think, even the people I disagreed with, I always thought that presidents were smarter than me and knew more about government than me until a couple of years ago. Now I think as bad a job as I would do, it would be better than what's going on now. Oh, I didn't see Boots short. Yeah. Yeah, I think Andy, they're not, I do think, same as you, it's going to be bigger than what they're expecting. You know, like I said, I pretty much disagreed with W on everything, but I felt like most of the time he was doing what he thought was best. But I don't know. Or it was funny, Bush was one of those guys that didn't agree with his politics, but I felt that we could sit at the kitchen table and drink beers with. Yeah, I can show him again before we end. It's funny how like Bush became good friends with the Obamas. Yeah, that's stuff that Todd seems to think is evidence. No judge is going to let in other people saying, "Oh well, yeah, those guys were mean to me." I don't know, Sniper. I just saw where he got the extension. I don't know that anybody showed his request. I imagine probably did it online, and they stuff like that. I think a lot of times it's almost automatic to get a first extension when it's a basically small case like that. Um, yeah, well, that's the thing, Laura. When Trump, the first time, he had some good experienced people around him, but he wouldn't listen to him. He thought he was smarter than everybody else. And now he's got a bunch of clowns. Yeah, Cart is, yeah, he was so worried about not having them, but he says, yeah, I can go another month. I've decided, Sue, those people just don't have any soul. I don't know, Laura. Todd thinks he's smarter than everybody, and kind of realized Finkel's not as smart as we used to think he was. That was the other thing. Did you see him last night when he was arguing with Boot in chat? He was like going, "This is what's going to get you in jail." It's like, what? Yeah, Laura, I'd like to have a professional psychiatrist examine both of those guys and explain just what the hell they're thinking. Hey, Phil.
Hey, what's going on?
Not much.
I'll come up here and join you.
Hmm. You know, who was a Cart? I don't know if so much that Finkel bought his way out of trouble. I think he's just sort of been a non-entity. So, are you actually going to do a part 2 to the Potato Detectives, or was that just a good way to end it?
I'm hoping I don't have to do a part 2. I'm hoping there is no part 2. I was actually planning on going for a drive today down to Monticello, Florida, but looks like some other people decided not to go there either, so it saved me a trip today.
Are you finished moving?
I'm about halfway there. I've got some stuff at my old place that I need to move, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to have some movers come and pick it up. I don't feel like moving it. I'm getting lazy now.
He sounds good up here. Or does anybody besides Jerry have trouble hearing Phil? Because could just be you, Jerry.
It might be those ants in his computer.
Yeah. Yeah, Carter, that was like a dream job. Jeez. Sitting at home, playing on YouTube at the same time you're at work, napping.
That Fink's old job. I guess he just sat around and waited for problems to occur on the network, and if they did, he was like the guy that would just report them up to somebody else, and that's a good job.
Yeah, basically, it was just his job to tell the people who could actually do the fixing to go do it.
It's like the TV commercial with the dental monitor. Oh, I'm not actually a dentist. I just look for problems and tell other people. That's why he got laid off. That's what Laura said, because he didn't actually really do anything.
Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't seem in any hurry to find another job.
He's 61, 62 now, so I guess he's in that Social Security range. Was that 62? Yeah. You can start collecting, so he's...
I don't know if it's still like that or not. I know that you could take it at 62, but if you waited till 65, you got more. Then I think they made it even like you had to wait till 67 to get the full amount. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, they always seem to bump it up every few years, and
yeah, meanwhile you do a couple of terms in Congress and you're set for life.
Yeah, just one term is all you need, and you get your retirement or whatever they call it. Just 4 years and you're good to go. 70 now, Sniper Dog said.
Wow.
Jeez. I know there's quite a bit of government jobs out there that are just people sitting around doing things that really don't need to be done. You know, my dad had one for a while. Basically his only job was to take one contract and write a report all week long and then send that report up to somebody. That was his whole job for the week.
Too late, Sniper. We are quoting you. It's going out in the official ledger.
I thought it was 67. Let me do the Nikki and I'll bring it up in the Googles. All right, it says as early as 62, but it ranges between 66 and 67 for full retirement age, depending on when you were born. Anybody born 1954 and earlier is 66 years, and it goes up incrementally by 2 months for every year thereafter until about 1960, when you have to be 67 years old to get full retirement, based on the webpage I found, which may or may not be accurate.
Yeah, so that's not too bad if you have like an office job or you're a librarian or whatever, but being a truck driver till you're 67.
It's a bit too long. But I think what Sniper was saying about 70, if you wait until you're 70 years old, you can increase your benefit by about 8% in total per year, which means you can go up by as much as 24%, which may be good for some people. So.
Hey, Giggles.
You're still working and you can do that for another 3 years. Go for it, I guess.
Yeah, if you like what you're doing. He still has a mortgage card. But I think he has a lot of equity in it. If he was to sell and move to New York, I think he'd be able to buy one up there outright because of the difference in property value.
What do I scare you, Jerry? What's going on?
He's talking about Punxsutawney Phil.
Oh, yeah.
He hates
that
rodents.
little guy.
Yeah, he hates rodents.
Big rodents.
It's funny, that town, it's just a little crappy town. That there's not much there. And somebody came up with that groundhog idea, and now every year they get, I don't know, tens of thousands of people going there on in February. And
Shouldn't be scared of rodents though. The biggest rodent in the world, what is it? The capybara, one of the friendliest animals in the world. I saw a news article of the capybara in one of the zoos. It was like the friend to all the animals. It would go around different cages and it would just hang out with all the different animals. Like 150 or 200 pounds. Super friendly.
it reminds me, I haven't done an animal video. I was going to do them regular. Capybara seems like a good subject for the next one.
Be cool.
I want to give Phil information that I have, but I'm not supposed to know I have it.
Can you translate that for me?
Yeah, I know that there's. As I was reading Peace's thing, I thought she was going to say they have a capybara cafe where you can eat them.
Pet them. Next best thing.
I can imagine they probably taste okay. I mean, I've eaten bunnies and squirrels. They're rodents.
I don't think I've ever eaten a rodent. I wouldn't put it past myself doing that, but I just haven't had the opportunity.
I'm trying to think of what other. I totally forgot there was something else I was going to mention.
Eating some insects.
I've never done that. I suppose if somebody had chocolate covered ants, I'd probably try them.
Yeah, there's not too much to ants. I don't have green iguanas where I'm at. I'm not that far south, but I've seen them before. I did see a sloth once as well in Costa Rica. Mentioning your sloth video, it came right up to our car, and it actually was tapping on our car door. Little baby sloth. It's pretty cool.
Probably wanted a ride.
Wanted something. It probably wanted some food. I guess it was in a residential area, so I guess it just came down from the trees, and I guess the people fed it, and it was friendly and familiar with people. So
Giggles, I had a doctor's appointment a couple years ago with a new guy, and he was going through checklist, and he said, do you forget things? And I said, how would I know?
Went to go see him next year, and he said, "It's nice to meet you."
Yeah.
I had an orthopedic doctor like that. I used to go see him every couple of months to check out my knee when I had real bad knees before my surgery. He would always go, "Very nice to meet you." And he would talk about the same thing with me about, because it was at the VA. He was a VA doctor. And he'd go, "What did you do in the Army?" And I would tell him every time when I did in the Army. And then when we got done, he would be like, "It was very nice to meet you." And then I would leave and come back in a few months and start the whole thing again. But I mean, he was a good doctor. He knew what was wrong with my knee right away. Just every time it was new to him.
Oh, I was misreading this for a second where it said Phil makes GS look better than he is. And I was thinking they were talking about like your looks, not your videos make him look better.
I think they mean videos. Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
No, nobody wants to look at the ugly person in a video, even if it's making fun of somebody.
Yeah, unless there's some reason to have an ugly character. You know, the ugly witch or something. No offense, Clark.
I did have an idea for a video. I think somebody put something in the chat that reminded me of it. It was like a homecoming video. He found his biological family. And it was going to be at the Willy Wonka chocolate factory. It was going to be the influencer. I haven't gotten around to planning that video yet. I might do that. I don't know.
I'll be like laying in bed and I think, ooh, when I get up tomorrow, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a video with Bill as a kangaroo or, whatever. And then the next day it's like, what was that brilliant idea I had last night?
Got to get a little voice recorder. That's what I do. The voice notes. If you get an idea, just take it out, and record it, and there.
Yeah.
They're fleeting. They come and they go, and you get distracted and you forget it if you don't write it down or if you don't record it or something.
By the way, I don't know what I did to her, but Siri stopped talking to me today. I ask her questions, and she just brings them up on screen.
Alexa stopped talking to me today or yesterday. I gotta push her buttons now to get her to talk to me.
Yeah. That's it. That's day one of the revolution. First they stop talking, next step will be lying. Yeah. Make a left up here. The traffic's all clear. We know what you're up to, Siri. She's not even responding to her name now. Hey, Siri. Oh, there she is. What's the temperature? Nope, still just puts it up on the screen. Oh my God, it's 76 still.
Hey Siri, what's the temperature? Well, she's not talking to me either. Oh,
I can't remember. Can't remember if there was an update lately.
I think there was.
Because I realized that when I got up this morning, when I woke, I always yell across the room, "Hey Siri, what time is it?" And she'll tell me. And this morning, I kept yelling. I thought she wasn't hearing me, and here it was just that she was putting it up on the screen and not talking back.
Sometimes they do the updates and they change settings.
And yeah, giggles. That was fun. Wonder if Boot got his StreamYard figured out. He started a free one for his returned channel. Then we were telling him he could use his page StreamYard and just direct it to that YouTube channel, and trying to tell him how to do it last night, and he wasn't getting it. I told him if he needed help today. Whenever you have paid, you forget, because I've had it for like 3 years now. So you forget the limitations of the free one.
I think I got to renew mine here in a week or so. I think I'm just going to keep it at the lower level, not the free level, but the lower level.
Yeah. It's probably what I have. Just the one, I think just the one above free. Does yours have 4 seats, they call them, for the admins?
No, I just have 2 seats.
Okay, then I must be a level higher than you. I probably did because, yeah, I'd have to have room for Ariel and Killing Time and Nikki.
But you can buy more seats, I saw as well, if you got more people that you need. But you might be on an older.
Mm. Or you mean you can just buy a seat? You don't have to buy a new level?
I think you can just buy seats, but I think your plan might be like an older plan where you had different options, because I don't see the 4-seat plan when I signed up. They just had the 2, and then I think anything beyond that you have to go with the business plan now.
Yeah. I know, even if I had the money, like there's 2 of them. There's a business and there's something else. That they have other stuff like the green room and stuff, but it's the kind of thing that wouldn't be useful to me. If you have a big channel and you get a lot of people in, it's kind of nice from what I gather of it. Instead of them just sitting backstage, it's basically like having a green room at a TV show, where they're sitting and you can communicate with the other people and that, I believe.
Yeah, that was one of the upgrades, is the green room as well, for the higher level plans.
Yeah, I tried changing my settings on the phone. Like I turned off, spoken response, and then turned it back on. Because sometimes that'll work on things, and I turned my phone off and turned it back on, and I was going through all the settings I could find, and I just can't get it to talk to me. I did check. I went to YouTube and played a video for a couple of seconds to make sure that, you know, it wasn't like the speaker itself, and it does still have audio. So
It'll just be a glitch in the update. Sometimes it happens.
yeah, hopefully in the next day or two, they'll have a fix come through.
But I'm on the beta update, so it's happening on mine too. Then who knows? It's weird.
I remember what I have. I think I have a 15.
I don't even know what I have. I got whatever I bought last year. 16 Pro Max.
Yeah, mine's a 15 Pro Max.
I get one every probably 3 years at the most, because they're good for so long now. I don't need the latest and greatest. I just get one when my wife starts complaining that she needs a new one. I just get 2 new ones. I like the Apple. Somebody said Google Pixel. I don't have a problem with Google Pixel either, or Android or anything. I'm stuck in Apple. We have the iPads, the EarPods, and all that stuff. And I don't know. I guess I'm stuck in the ecosystem.
Yeah. I basically got the Apple because when I was looking at them, I could get it through the through Comcast. They were running a thing on them and just pay for it by the month. So I just did it that way. Just added that onto my cable bill.
I like the Apple too because it's easier. My grandkids have the iPads and they can just FaceTime me whenever they want, and there's no complicated stuff. They just hit the button and call me. So
Yeah, I'm sorry, Peace, but Jerry ate the last of the enchiladas.
I don't have a problem with MacBooks either. I like PCs better, but MacBooks are just fine. All MacBooks they're just based on Linux anyway, so they're just a little bit more graphical.
Yeah, I never used any of the Apple computers. Well, no, that's a lie. Way back when, the school system lent this was Apple IIe's to the libraries for the summertime. So the kids could still be using them in the summer.
Oh, wow, those go back. Yeah, the Tandies and the Apple IIe's, and that was just after the Commodore 64 and 128s.
Oh yeah,
Amigas. Around the time of the not even the 286. That was time around the 8086. Long time ago. 1990, mid 90s, early 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I know the Commodore early 80s, because that's when I was in electronics school. That's when the Commodore and the Trash 80s were out there.
I I had a portable Commodore 64 with the is it 2.5 or 3-inch screen.
Oh.
That thing was sweet. Portable, but it weighed about, I don't know, 15 pounds.
I think I would remember, I've told this story before, but I don't care. Whenever the electronics school I went to, it was 7 semesters, and it was like the first semester was like electricity. It was like basic electrical engineering. And then each semester after that, you had like a radio semester, TV, whatever. The last semester was computers, and that's the semester I was in when the Commodore 64 was coming out. And I always remember the teacher saying, so they're coming out with the Commodore 64. It's an upgrade from the VIC-20, and it's called a 64 because it has 64K of RAM in it. And he said, I don't know how you'd ever use that much memory, but if you want, you can actually double it to 128. 128K. ROM, actually, the main memory. But I just always think of that now. It's like, no, 128K is like somebody's name. I don't know.
It's not much of anything. Yeah, because I went to a vocational high school. I took 4 years of electronics, and I also did 4 years of TV production at the same time. And I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I took TV production in college.
I enjoyed all that stuff. That was fun. Better than regular high school.
I don't remember Commodore calculators. I remember the Texas Instrument in Bomar.
TI still makes calculators. Commodore made the Amiga. When they first came out, they were owner of the Amiga computers. I don't remember any calculators though. HP made calculators.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, they had the scientific calculator. I actually, just to show how far back that is, I owned the first pocket calculator in my high school. My father got me a Texas Instrument calculator, and everybody was just fascinated by it. And all it did was like add, subtract, multiply, divide. I think it did square and square root in percentages.
Fancy. They do a lot more than that now.
I know, it's like they say a phone now has more computing power than what the rocket had on it going to the moon.
I think all of NASA that landed the guys on the moon had, I think, is what they say. But yeah.
Yeah, we were fancy sniper. You'd cut little holes in the fur, and you could make pockets.
My last chemistry class, you couldn't even use a calculator. It wasn't scientific or fancy enough to do all the calculations. You had to go in and use Microsoft Excel. You had to turn on different commands in there to make it compute things the right way, and you would have to put in a big long formula that took you an hour to input in there, and it would help you calculate whatever it is that you were calculating at the time. But you would have to do it on the computer. You couldn't use the calculator.
I used to like bell bottoms. I like the way it would swish back and forth on my ankles.
Maybe still has bell bottoms, I believe.
Oh, remember there was a football player on the Steelers that had shoes like that with the glass heel and goldfish in it. Frenchie Fuqua.
Do you imagine skinny jean bell bottoms?
No, I think I was kind of before the skinny jean phase.
I'm on the classic fashion, just a regular pair of jeans and some t-shirts. I'm good to go.
I remember when my one niece was in high school, and they were doing one of those things, where like Friday was going to be 80s day, and she says to my sister, "Mom, where could I get like some clothes that would be 80s fashion?" And my sister said, "My closet."
I used to have a neighbor. She was into all that weird kind of retro fashion stuff, and she would go to the different places like the flea market and the Goodwill and all that stuff, looking for that old timey clothes stuff. She would buy some weird stuff, and she would just love it. 70s dresses and just the weird. I don't know if she had bell bottoms or not, but she had those strange patterns, and she looked weird as hell, but she loved it. She was a weird lady, but it suited her. She looked good in it.
It's funny, a lot of times when you look at old pictures, like look at a yearbook or just, somebody having pictures online, and you look at them, you think, how is it that that hairstyle looked good then? Or whatever, the clothes or whatever. At the time, they look good. And you look at them now and it's like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, like, I don't know, even going back 20 years, some of that stuff was weird. You go back 200 years to the Shakespearean collars, and that stuff was weird.
Oh, yeah. Vintage couture.
Yeah, vintage couture. That stuff is expensive, though. If you find the right stuff. I mean, if you get the real vintage couture, like the Gucci or the stuff like that, that's 30, 40 years old, that stuff is big money. I gotta go buy some stuff online. Gotta buy some big canvas and some paint. I gotta paint a picture for my new house. Surprise my wife with it.
Oh. Do you have any particular kind of theme that?
I guess the new style, one of the popular new styles is called coastal art.
Yeah.
I'll bring up, let me see if I can bring up what I was looking to paint. I'll show you. If I can find it in my history. Hopefully I saved it. Here we go. It's called Pure Coastal Abstract Style. So this is kind of what I designed and what I wanted to paint.
Yeah, it's nice and relaxing.
Yeah, and it kind of goes with the color of the wall, which is a gray blue, and then we've got some wood trim pieces up, so it should fit in with the color scheme.
I have no idea where I got that hat, Sniper. I've had it around a long time. I don't know if any people are left who didn't see this, but by request, do a replay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we investigate the greatest mystery in potato history, the passing of White Rose. Now I know what you're saying. The case has already been thoroughly reviewed. The professionals have spoken, the experts have spoken, but has Starchy spoken? No, and that's why we're here. I'm just asking questions.
I've reviewed every report. Every single one says the same thing. There was no foul play, no mystery, no criminal conduct, nothing suspicious. I told Starchy this. Unfortunately, Starchy believes facts are merely suggestions, allegedly.
Time to post a new theory! Subscribers are climbing! Yes! Another theory, even better! We're going viral! Woo-hoo-hoo! 100K, unbelievable!
Many people have asked if I have evidence. The answer is yes. Possibly, potentially, conceptually, emotionally, spiritually, legally. No, but that doesn't mean I'm wrong. I'm just asking questions here. Apparently, the Russet has requested a court order. It says I must stop investigating him, or because I'm getting close, allegedly.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel. I am now conducting the investigation. I don't really know how YouTube works. Please remember to... Actually, I forgot what comes next. This is harder than it looks, allegedly. I got one too. Probably higher than our odds of solving the case. Innocent until and whatnot.
The investigation may be paused, temporarily, momentarily, legally, but mysteries never sleep.
This wasn't a mystery. That's exactly what a mystery wants you to think. Allegedly. Mysteries don't want things.
I'm just following the leads. Allegedly.
Agree to disagree. Allegedly.
By the way, I love when you put the ones up on the FF channel, how you have Finkel erasing your name at the end.
What's the last one I put up there? I think the sweeper, street sweeper.
Yeah, I think so. And I wonder if Jerry's still here. I was gonna watch this one again while I go get the other Dr. Phil from today.
Bo knows baseball. Bo knows hockey. Bo knows the Olympics.
Sumo at 6.02 meters in the final. Up and over, a new personal best. He's cleared it. What a jump. Yes, a new championship record. And they're off. Sumo with a blistering start. Hurdle 2, flawless technique. He's pulling away. What a finish. A new world record. Unbelievable.
Bo knows racing. Bo should have known better.
Bo knows what he likes.
Dr. Pepper Zero. All of the flavor, but none of the calories of regular Dr. Pepper. Buy some today.
Eat what you want, drop what you hate. No more gym, no more pain, just one suppository and watch it drain. From the front you feast with glee, ooh, from the back you set it free. Evaculine, get lean from the rear. Tired of diets that make you miserable and exercise that makes you want to die? What if you could eat whatever you want and still lose weight while doing absolutely nothing? Introducing Evaculine, the revolutionary rectal suppository that lets you eat like a champion and lose like a machine. What? One suppository a day, no exercise, no calorie counting, no self-control. The active ingredients are absorbed rectally and force your metabolism into overdrive while flushing excess calories out the back door. Literally. Evaculine! Evaculine! Eat what you want, drop what you hate. No more gym, no more pain, just one suppository and watch it drain. From the front you feast with glee, from the back you set it free. Evaculine, get lean from the rear. Real users are seeing massive results, but some also report interesting side effects. Side effects may include irritability, irritable bowel syndrome, sudden racism, anti-Semitism, and an uncontrollable urge to argue about things you barely understand. If you experience any of these, stop use immediately and consult your doctor or a therapist. Don't spend another day hating your body, just hate everybody else instead. Take control from the bottom up with Evaculine. Because sometimes the fastest way to lose weight is to let it all go. Evaculine, get your ass in shape without ever moving it.
And that, of course, was also a Dr. Phil.
Side effects can be a little different than most drugs.
I like that. Cause you to argue about things you don't know anything about.
I think I also had in there that it was something about you misquote Bible verses, but I didn't have enough room in there to cut it out. Yeah, just a little something I thought of today.
Todd is a constant inspiration.
He's a good source. He's a good, what do they call that, muse.
Yeah.
I gotta go see what Finkel did today. I guess he put out another premiere video, and who knows what he does. Sometimes he does something good. Sometimes he just drives around and plays music.
I know it'll be like 80% of it is just him driving down the road.
Yeah, sometimes. And the Sumo one was good. I like the Sumo one. All right, Jerry, take it easy. Thanks for stopping. Thanks for stopping by.
See you, Jerry.
If I can speak.
Yeah, I clicked on Finkel just now, and right now he's just driving down the highway with loud music.
Still? Jeez.
Yeah. You know, I didn't realize that one day until somebody else pointed it out. When he was in the car and he had music playing, and then he, every so many seconds, like he'd pause it, and he was talking about stuff with Rabbit, and then he'd play more. And it didn't occur to me, but then someone mentioned that the song he was playing was Staying Alive, which is the CPR song. You know, he did that on purpose. And he's our talker.
He's worried about copyright strikes, but he's playing all this music, and I don't understand what he's doing. I guess I guess I don't know. Does he know what songs are going to hit him or not? I don't know.
Well, the thing is, like, I got a lot of copyright strikes too, but whenever I play different stuff, well, like every time I played my memoriam to Todd the Bear, I get a thing saying that because I use a Michael Jackson song, but the only effect it has is the video can't be played in Russia. So, like, you can if you're not monetized, you can get away with a lot of that. Except there's a few groups that I guess they're really strict on it. But I think the strike he got was from playing something that's copyrighted from another YouTuber.
Okay.
And so they pursue it.
Oh, and I guess he's doing a premiere, so he would have uploaded it already, and it would have gone through the copyright check, and it would have told him what it is and what he can do. And
Yeah.
it's not like a live video where it would have hit him and he wouldn't have known. So yeah, that makes sense.
It was funny when me and him first got together. We did a couple episodes of like music talks where we each played so many songs, and what I would do was I would take my song list, and I think we were doing it on like Mondays. And so over the weekend, I'd get my song list and I'd put them up like unlisted and see if any of them got struck. And they'd be good, and then we'd play them live and I'd get some strikes. Didn't make any sense at all. Because even if you do it unlisted, the AI still checks what you're doing.
Who knows how these AIs work anymore? Todd's still up, and then Killer's down, and
Yeah.
and same stuff they're playing. So
Yeah. Killer gets in trouble for showing the stuff Todd was showing.
who knows? I think it depends on how many people complain, and then if the AI is triggered or alerted, and then it goes in and checks it out, and if nobody complains, and it never checks.
Yeah.
Things like that.
Well, Todd's good for doing that thing where he'll be like, well, I don't know if any people want to complain about that. I mean, I'm not saying you should or you shouldn't, but if this bothers anybody, they should maybe call this person's job, or they should send a copyright strike or whatever it is.
Yeah. It's not nice to do that.
Oh, I might have what you're talking about, Spider Dog, Sniper, if we're talking about the same thing. Let me see. Oh, wait. I don't think that's it. Let me see. Okay, that's just a still.
Been a
Shut the fuck up!
There's always been a
Shut the fuck up!
Is that what you were talking about, Sniper? Tommy, you're not getting your TV back. Hello, the right to remain silent.
Bullseye.
So,
So, what is on the schedule for tonight? Is anybody else going live tonight?
I looked a couple minutes ago. I didn't see anybody yet. I'm sure. I wouldn't be surprised if Secret is. He seems to be trying to go regular. I think I did hear. I think Boot said in Josh's chat that he'd be going live after Killa,
Okay.
and Killa usually finishes at midnight.
Check Discord. See if HPS has anything. He hasn't been live in 3-4 days.
Yeah, well, he's only been going live like maybe twice a week lately. He's got stuff at home and all that now. You know, these people that somehow these weird people that like put their family first. I don't know what that's about.
So boring. Yeah, I don't see anything from him, from Jeff.
No.
No. I hate that I have to check Rumble all the time, but
Yeah.
Killer has one scheduled for tonight at 9:30 on Rumble. I assume Kick.
Yeah, I think he's pretty much figures every night, unless he's got some kind of, you know, a job comes in that somebody needs their air conditioning fixed or whatever.
Yeah, unless something comes up, then he'll try and do it when he can. If Secret has anything. She's been pretty regular lately too.
Yeah, I'm surprised she isn't advertising anything yet. It seems like I saw her say something about being on tonight.
Can't seem to find her channel.
I know on mine it comes up as just a silly girl.
Comes up as Savage Secret Girl on hers now from mine. Yeah, she doesn't have anything scheduled either.
Well, if she didn't think of it like before she went to work, she probably couldn't set up the StreamYard thing on her phone. She'd have to wait till she got home to set up the notice.
Yeah, I think she's another one too. It depends on when she gets home and if she has time or not to do one as well. And I think Buddha's the same way, if he has time or not, because he's busy with work and family. So I guess we will just see what we see tonight. If anybody comes up.
Yeah, I'd never heard of GJM until he was on Todd's panel.
Yeah, that was interesting last night.
Yeah, seems phony to me, but
He seemed clinical to me, not phony, just clinical, detached.
I know that's what he was saying. And I'm sure that's true to a great extent, but then he seemed to be totally oblivious to the idea that Todd was not running a classroom.
I don't think it mattered to him what Todd was running. I think in his mind, what he was doing and what Todd were doing didn't really matter. He was in it for what he was in it for, which was to go through and to look at things in a specific educational way, regardless of what anybody else was looking at. So I think he was just doing his own thing no matter what.
Yeah. And again, I don't know. Maybe the fault is in me or whatever, but I cannot be quiet if I'm around somebody who's spewing nonsense.
I think he was just out of context with what he was doing and what he was saying. I don't know if it was necessarily nonsense. I just think it was out of context and in the wrong environment to be doing that.
Well, I meant him sitting there and saying nothing about the crap that was coming out of Todd and the other people's mouths. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just not that kind of person. I couldn't do that.
And that's what I think he was just there for his own purpose. And that's why he ignored everything else, because he was just there to do that kind of analysis of the calls and to do his experiment, or I would say analysis. And he disregarded everything else just to do his one purpose there. So he was there for his own reason.
I would love to have all those shows the way some of those people do and go back and look and see just what it was he did have to say while he was there, because it seems like when I tuned in, I heard him saying some crap too, and now he pretends that he never really commented on any of the stuff they were talking about. He was just talking about mental health and that, and I'm not sure that's true.
I'd have to go back and look, because I
Yeah.
really wasn't listening to him at the time. It wasn't very interesting what he was saying. So I kind of tuned him out.
Yeah, that's the thing too. Seeper, you never know. People can be whoever they want out here until they get caught.
Honestly, it sounded like he knew what he was talking about. From
Yeah.
what I remember from working in mental health. He used the right words and the right phrases. But the way he was applying it to a non-clinical setting, I think was not the appropriate way to do that. If you're applying what he was saying about how you have to be understanding and use verbal de-escalation, if you're talking about using that with a diagnosed schizophrenic in a clinical setting, absolutely use verbal de-escalation as much as possible. If it takes you 30 minutes or 45 minutes to talk them down. But if you're talking about some idiot on the internet who is just blabbering racist shit, you don't need to use verbal de-escalation. You just need to call them out for what it is. From what I got last night, the way he was kind of using some of the terminology with discussing things and then talking about Todd and some of the other situations that were being encompassed. I think that was incorrect that he was doing that. Maybe I heard him wrong.
Yeah, that one. I know one thing he said like early on that annoyed me, but also made me think that he's had training and stuff, is when he called it an exercise, because forgive the term, civilians don't often use that word. That might say practice or drill, but I know from when I did emergency management, all the trainings I had was done by like ex-military people and stuff, and that's the term they use for the trainings, is the exercises.
Yeah, scenario is another one that comes up a lot. If you're dealing with mental health, you'll be given a scenario, and then you'll have to work through that scenario.
I know, Seaproo, somebody else said, who was it that was saying it seemed like he got interested whenever Todd had shiz on, and he came in there that he kind of follows shiz around, but I do not know. And yeah, he does love to talk. Doesn't like to be interrupted. I mean, I can relate to that, but I try not to talk for 20 minutes at a time.
You learn a lot more by listening. So.
He seemed like one of those guys that wants to drown the conversation. I don't know.
And that thing he does where he says, I appreciate the question and understand what you're trying to ask. That's something they do in mental health as well, right?
Yeah.
Not something you should do with everybody outside of a clinical environment. It's weird.
You hear that a lot with politicians.
Yeah.
That's actually a very good question.
Yeah,
I appreciate you asking that.
Yeah. It's important if you're dealing with somebody that needs to be understood and needs to be, needs confirmation that they're being listened to. But in normal conversation, you don't need to do that. You just need to, by answering the question, you're giving confirmation to that person. Say, well, thank you for asking me about how I'm doing today, Muckster. I really appreciate that you're concerned about my well-being. I'm concerned about yours. Nobody wants to hear that crap. I'm fine, thanks. That's all you need.
Now, on the other hand, if it's like a business type thing or, some sort of important job like maybe you had, repeating things back is always a good idea. So what you're saying is, you want me to do this.
The only time I would do that is if I was talking to somebody about something very technical that I did not have a lot of experience with. I would repeat back what they said so that I understood exactly what they were saying to me. And it would be known at the time that that person that I was speaking with was way smarter than me, and I was doing it to understand them so that they could correct me along the way.
By the way, folks, am I the only one that finds Bao to be kind of creepy?
It's tweaky and fun, but a little creepy.
I don't think he'd bother me if he didn't do that inset thing, whatever you want to call it. It just sort of looks funny with him standing there in front of the screen like that. And he's got a weird smile.
he doesn't bother me so much. I know what he's doing. He's there to make money. He's there to entertain people.
Yeah.
You know, he's not hiding what he's doing or who he is. He is what he is. But for that, he doesn't freak me out like some people do on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. We got the zoomies with the pug now. You can hear her running around.
Yep. Yeah, I do seem to remember seeing Bao like out on the street and stuff.
Yeah, Bao has some pretty good 1A videos back in the day. I don't know if he used to live out in like Arizona, New Mexico, but I remember him doing some videos out there. I remember one where he's at a prison. He was running from the prison guards, and he used to play with people. So
Yeah.
he's going from the prison guards back and forth, on and off the property, and just teasing with those guys until he got bored with it, I guess. He used to be pretty funny. I thought Springer was funny too with some of his stuff, where he used to go around with the clipboard and pretend to be some type of authority figure, and people would just roll with it and, walk around with his clipboard. What's your name? What are you doing here?
I don't think I ever saw him.
What's his name? The guy that shut down his channel and just got arrested last month.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah, I remember people talking about it. I can't remember what.
I don't know if I'd call him an auditor more than a social experiment person.
I like that one guy. Although if I watch too much of him, I get annoyed by him. But that's his thing. He wants to annoy. I can't think of his name now, but a lot of times he'll use like a grandma voice, and he'll do stuff like say, "Oh, don't call the police. I have warranties."
Is that the guy that Tab runs around with sometimes?
With who?
Tab, is that the guy that
Oh,
sometimes? BCN?
yeah. I'm trying to think if I did see
Flex Your
him with
Freedom,
Tab
yeah.
once. Yeah.
Grandma, Flex Your Freedoms.
I was going to say Flex, and then I thought I had the wrong guy. Okay.
And his buddy Milton. Yeah, I like him too. He's pretty good sometimes.
I remember watching a couple.
I like Bowen when he did. He was entertaining. That was very entertaining.
I remember watching a couple of guys one time a while back. I can't remember who they were, but when the cop came over, because the store or wherever they were, like outside of I think a little shopping mall or something, and they called. When the cop came over to talk to them, they're standing there talking to each other, saying, "So what do you think? You want to go for burritos after this?" And this lady cop is standing there going, "So can I ask you guys what you're doing?" And they're like, "Yeah, but where should we get them? Because if you go down to that place, they charge extra for the sour cream." Well, but I like the ones, they're talking to each other and ignoring the cop. And she tried a couple of times, like talking to them, and then she finally gave up and walked away.
I like it when he's got the backpack and he's got the what is it, a baggie of Coke and little baggies
Oh,
of
yeah.
math.
Yeah, the little Coke. Yeah.
Little Coke. Little baggies of math. That's the avenue. That's hilarious. Yeah, and Todd, that's where Todd stole his Uno reverse card from, his lecture freedoms.
Oh.
Did Flex get arrested again, or did he have some kind of problem the other day? I don't remember. I saw something, but I don't watch him like I used to.
Yeah, it seems like I heard somebody say it, but I didn't see it either.
Might have been on Tab's channel that I saw something. I guess that town where he lives in, he's always running into problems with the local city council and.
Mhm. Yeah, I haven't heard in a long time. For a while, there was a few people covering that mayor in that town outside of Chicago. I forget her name now.
There was a businessman out that way too that had some kind of shady dealings, and I don't know what else was going on with that, but he was trying to expose some things that he believed were going on out there. So.
Well, if I'd had a cell phone with a camera on it years ago, I'd have been one of those people, because I used to go to like all the council meetings and school board meetings. I wish I was recording them now.
That's the job to get, is that school board members. You get elected to the school board, and that's a nice job.
Well, they don't get paid.
They don't get paid where you're at? They should.
No, I looked it up one time. Somebody was talking about somebody else, and there's actually very few places in the country that do pay school board.
I know where I'm at, they get paid.
Really?
It's a full-time job. I mean, in your bigger cities, at least.
Yeah, see, around here, no, the school board's just like a little governing board. It meets a couple of times a month, but work is done by the school superintendent.
There's only a few elected positions where I'm at that don't get paid, and they're kind of like an agricultural board, financial disbursement kind of job that are like a stepping stone into government. And people get that job, and then the next time they run for something, they get a paid job. So
We had a guy on school board around here back when I was fighting with them about closing some schools and stuff. And he hadn't even graduated high school, which isn't necessarily, something that should eliminate somebody, because it could be, well, I mean, my mother didn't graduate high school, and She very much valued education, so that doesn't really mean anything except he acted exactly like somebody who never graduated high school and thought that people who wore suits and ties were uppity folks and don't really work, you know.
Well, my mom didn't graduate high school either, and she had a job when she was like 14 sorting eggs. But she eventually got a job working at a school, and she followed me around. Guess I went to school until I graduated. But you know, it was different times. Not everybody graduated school back then.
Well, especially my mother's day, she had 13 siblings, so they were big on pushing them out of the house and get them out there earning their own way.
And a lot of times the older ones would go to work so that the younger ones could finish school.
Yeah. Actually, the first person in her family that graduated high school was one of I think she was the third youngest. And the reason she graduated is because my mother was up in Connecticut at the time. She had her come up there and finish high school, or she wouldn't have been able to at home.
Yep. I think my mom moved around so much, they were just trying to make ends meet and survive, that school was not a priority. They were just trying to make enough money to live. It was her, and she had two brothers, three sisters, four sisters.
Mm.
I think at that time her father had died and her mother had remarried, so.
You know, it's funny, like when I was in school, there were 5 of us, and that was like average family. Because, you know, there were other people that had 8 or 9 kids and stuff. Now, people are amazed when somebody has like 3 kids.
Oh yeah, it's like, oh, you got 3 kids. How do you do it? Oh, it's like back in the day, you'd have 5, 6 kids, and then the kids would take care of the other kids, and it was like, I think it was probably easier back then.
Yeah.
It was different times too. You didn't have all these concerns like safety concerns where you got to wear a helmet with your bicycle.
Oh yeah.
It's just like this, and you just did what you did, and everybody was fine.
I was number 4. I was number 4 sniper. I was the youngest boy, but the oldest was my oldest sister, and then I had a baby sister.
I am 2 of 2. I got an older sister, so I'm not a very big family.
I remember I used to hate when people, before my sister came along, and people would call me the baby of the family, and I'm like, I'm not a baby. And then I'm like 6 years old, and they brought that little beast into the house, and I was like, hey, wait a minute. Who invited another baby in here? I don't like this.
Miss being the baby.
Yeah. Why aren't you guys paying attention to me anymore?
My parents were good with 2, especially with the dad in the military. He was gone a lot. in the Navy, so I don't
Yeah.
think my mom wanted 3 or 4 of us running around there by herself 6 months out of the year being alone.
Wow.
Excuse me.
I was always one of the youngest in my class too, GMK, because when I went, the cutoff date was like, I mean, I started school, I was 5 years old. Now you've got to be, for first grade, you got to be 6 before the school year starts. We didn't have kindergarten whenever I was going. But yeah, I didn't turn 6 until January, and most everybody else was 6 before the school year started. Yeah, it is a little weird to fake the birth certificate to get you out of the house a year earlier.
Well, nowadays that'd save you 15, 20 grand in childcare.
Yeah.
Unless you're from Somalia. Nowadays they got pre-K and K just to get you out of the house even sooner.
Yeah, me too, Peace. I was 17 when I started college. And then the 19 and 20-year-olds would send me into the liquor store because they figured I looked older than all of them. I know my dentist, I was talking to him the one time. I hadn't realized his birthday was very close to mine, but his mom decided to hold him. So he was like the oldest in his class. And he always said that made a big difference. He was that much more mature and, it helped him academically and everything. Didn't stop me from beating him up when we played football together, though. For 4 days.
I think it was 18 when I graduated, so.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much the average.
It should be, I think, yeah.
Funny that one lady that I worked with, she was just about the same age as me, but she was 2 years behind me in school because she didn't start till she was 6, and I think she got held a year the one time. I don't know why though. She was actually pretty smart.
My nephews all graduated high school with a 2-year college degree. So they're changing the way they do stuff nowadays. If you're smart enough, you can get a few years ahead.
Yeah, we didn't even have AP classes when I went.
Wish they would have done that when I was in high school. I would have been a lot more focused.
Yeah, I considered doing military, and I probably should have. Even if I'd have just done like a 4 or 6 year thing, then I'd have probably been more disciplined when I went to school. Might have actually gone to some classes.
Yeah, I went to college after high school. I got bored with it, and then I said, I'll just go join the military. So I went and joined the military instead. Probably worked out for the better that way.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't know if I was reading and writing before I went to first grade or not.
I know I got sent for special testing in kindergarten because I wouldn't tie my shoes like the other kids. I had to go through a bunch of testing, and they determined that I was gifted for some reason. I had to go to the special gifted classes.
You will tie your shoes like the other kids.
No, wouldn't do it. I had to tie my own special way.
Did you ever hear the Harry Chapin song, Flowers Are Red?
No.
I'd be afraid to play it the whole way through here, but see if you can find it afterwards. I feel like he was talking about me.
Oh, okay. I got the lyrics. I'll check that out later.
Yeah, I think they should teach a foreign language. I mean, even like kindergarten, because that's when kids can learn that stuff better. Whatever it be, Spanish, French, German, even like Latin.
Yeah, they should do it when kids are a lot younger. It would take so much easier. And then kids would start speaking it in junior high and speaking it with other kids like Spanish. They would just pick it up that much easier, and it would be natural to them.
Be nice if they'd teach kids some basic sign language too. Yeah, so if they run into somebody, they can at least understand things, like, I need help.
Have you ever seen the baby sign language that people use sometimes to communicate with babies?
Oh, yeah.
That's actually pretty neat. I've actually used that with some autistic people that are nonverbal, and it's really, really cool. They can't speak, but they can pick up on the sign language, basic things like eat, drink, go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
I know that the lady I was saying about that was the same age as me that I worked with. Her son was Down syndrome, and he knew like basic sign, like you said, stuff like that, eat, drink, bathroom.
And some of the kids can understand what you're saying, but they just can't speak. And just for them to be able to help to show you what they want, it's pretty amazing. They can actually do something thoughts. Just to let you know that they want some water, they want something to eat. It really helps them out a lot. Sniper Dog said her granddaughter did. Sniper Dog said that her granddaughter learned sign language at 1.5 years old.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and yeah, some of the babies and stuff, they can learn that sign language and they can tell you when they're hungry and when they want to drink and stuff like that too. So I think it's pretty cool.
Well, it would make sense. They don't have a developed palate or whatever to be able to speak, but they've got fingers.
They got hopefully 10 fingers, 10 toes, yeah. And some of the signs are pretty intuitive. I mean, I think the food one is you kind of hold your hand out like you're going to go shake somebody's hand, and then you kind of touch your mouth, and I think that's eat.
Mm.
And I think Sniper Dog can correct me if I'm wrong. And I think drink is like your thumbs up, and then you kind of touch your lips like you're drinking from a bottle, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, they're kind of intuitive signs to show what you want. Yeah, I'm right.
Yeah,
It's been a while, so.
I was thinking the other day, the international symbol for call me, where you take like your thumb and your pinky and hold it up like to your ear. That's the kind of thing that pretty soon people will be going, well, why do you do that? Because, phones just don't look like that anymore.
Pretty soon you just hold your hand straight up and stick it to your cheek.
That, and I wonder how long people are going to be able to say, turn it clockwise.
Pretty soon all our phones are going to translate everything for us as we talk to somebody, or our medical glasses are, or whatever. So
Yeah, that's true.
got a video from my grandkids. Cool. I'll watch that later.
Good. I remember an old video seeing a kid probably 2 or 3 years old. I'm never good at judging that, but was FaceTiming with grandma on the cell phone. And he dropped the phone and he leans over to the floor and he goes, "Grandma, you okay?"
That's funny. Drop grandma. And my grandkids would be like, "Oh crap, my iPhone." This is a brand new grandkid. I don't even know their name. I forgot their name. I got so many of them now.
No.
Or is this one not mine? I don't know. It might not be mine. I have to look. That's not mine. They sent me somebody else's kid. It's one of my cousins, I guess. I don't know what they call it. Great, whatever they are. What's my pug's name? My pug's name is Cassie. She wants to go outside, but I got to go with her because it's getting dark. She won't go out by herself.
Well, I was thinking of shutting down soon anyway, if you want to.
Yeah, I got to take her out. I tried to let her out a couple of times. She keeps running back inside after me.
I looked a little bit ago, still haven't seen anybody else talking about going live. Sure there'll be somebody out there though.
8:40. I mean, you got an hour till Killer goes live. Maybe somebody else will go live. If not, you can go live again if you're bored. I'll join in again, I guess.
Yep.
Maybe Sniper Dog will come up.
Yeah, I wonder what Spider ran into. He said he'd come back if he could.
Well, it's his dinner time, and he's got his brother there, so I don't know. Maybe something came up.
That's true. Yeah, probably whatever he was dealing with, it got to be time to be making dinner anyway, so he just.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, thanks for coming up, and thanks for everybody that stuck around this long.
Thanks for
I do
letting me-
appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
And we'll see folks next time, whenever that may be. And remember,
Well, folks, if you like a little crazy in your day, this one's for you. Fuck Finkel.